Alrighty then. Well, that's well. Let's see here. Yeah. Well, thing is, they're yeah. The reason I would do that is simply, which realistically, recruitment is one of the things that is the slowest. Number of people who actually do. Okay, so I just got a slot for me. Yeah, getting R&D mats is one of those things where it's not it's, it's full, but it's also not a. I don't really need it. R&D mats. Not really into shit, but can turn them into this. That's let's do it. Yeah, I should clear out of. Sales volume is good. Right. Man, that's a big boy. Anyways, yeah, I have no idea why this loading screen is so long. Unusual. Yeah, I'm currently going to be doing some duty officer stuff because duty officer stuff you need to do repeatedly. The daily task sort of thing. Can't just oh, Endeavor's here. Okay. What wasn't expecting you guys to be uh getting done so quickly. Hey, nice to see you though. Yeah, I'm still waiting for a loading screen. I've been sitting here for like a minute. I don't get this one.
Citizens of the
I
Federation
okay.
and her.
He's going to be up for the like after the rest of the really? Hey, Pax and Lord Sec. Anyway, let's see what we got here for video officers. How much do I want self-stealing stem bolts? To be honest, these are actually kind of pitiful for raid experts here. This is reasonably good XP, except that it needs tulip berries. Yes, I have 150 of them, but that's actually because one of my other characters who's been doing this stuff longer put them in these, not because this character. This is actually good depth XP. Like, it costs 3 tulip berries, but it gives you a consumable item. Hey, Starfarer Theta. Oh yeah, did you notice that I put up a video on YouTube of all of the current version of the Star Trek Day stuff? Because I think they did add a few to it since last year. Because it actually has some for Discovery and Prodigy now, which I don't think it had previously. But why specifically the operations? Certain special recruiting things only show up on your operations. Not sector space or anything else, just the operations. Ah, yes. I actually have never used any of those event campaign tokens, unless I used I think I used the first one of the event campaign tokens I got to get a Borg Type 3, which I have never used. Oh, the Borg Type 3, though, is one of those ships that when it got added to the game, I'm like, yes, you want that. Mm, fly up to the sector border here because normal duty officer missions in sector space are completely effing poor. and you have to go through special hoops to get what should be something that you can easily see in sector space. The worst thing about the map revamp is the fact that it made doffing hard. I'm sure recruit motivations. Anyway, so Asylum 1 Benzar, Cardassian Officer Exchange. These are very much like Asylum missions, except you can throw anything in, or almost. Now for this one, I'm going to use commons because I have a lot of commons to get rid of. My odds of getting a blue or purple quality are terrible. But wait. And of course, there's the possibility I might actually get a white quality from the officer out of this. Whatever. Eh, I'm probably going to settle colonists because I'm not finished with the chains yet. So even if I was, colonists are actually something. Uh, convert to dilithium. Let's see. How many, no, won't. Um, the only better use for Topel here would be a Vulcan or Betazoid silent. Realistically, though, Bins are silent. Anyway, because I just don't have anything that's like actually like good for that. It's kind of okay. I know. The way to find good for that is skewed because of the fact that you're looking for like traits to get the desirable outcome. Unlike the transfer thing where you're just swapping duty officers, needing a specific refugee for asylum missions makes them a little less easily handled. Ooh, instigate defection. Yeah, you get Elena from instigate defection, and she's one of the best duty officers to put into. Getting a critical on this will actually give you a purple quality duty officer, and having two Elenas gives me about a 8% chance. Uh, yeah, instigate defection is just, really good at giving you some easy, high quality duty officers. They're not particularly good officers. They're just like generic high rarity duty officers. The significant thing on them is that they have races that are opposing faction races. So if you're Fed, you get KDF, or vice versa. That comes with having duty officers with traits that would otherwise not be available. Which that's got uses, but they're kind of uses. Cover artifacts. This is something that has a special outcome where normally it gives you crafting materials. That's not the only thing it can do. It can do other things that are more important. And the base amount of exploration XP that you get is quite high, like over 600. And of course, if you get a crit, that's it. I think you actually do need to get a crit to get one of the mysterious alien artifact things, which you give to your duty officers to turn into a ship console, which is just a purple console. Yeah, this particular duty officer thing got added to the game before the current drafting system got added to the game. You know what? Just because I don't care about shapeshifting block, it will actually convert some of the silence. The experience points are actually relatively good. Only 21% chance of crit. Oh, note is that if this fails, I lose the hits, but the odds of failing are not high. Hmm. Okay, so what I was really here for was the officer exchange thing, which I've done that. So, all right, Roller Nebula. See if it has a. I actually finished the colony chain on Roller Nebula. Ooh, cold call. I might actually do that. In a second. Why did yeah, the game has been automatically reorganizing these. And for some reason, it automatically reorganizes. Support. Yay. So normally, what support does is it gives you a single refugee. However, said refugee is just a random Federation uh, refugee. Nothing actually all that special. But if you get a crit on the support side, it gives you a special duty officer that is related to the cluster. In the case of Rolor, getting a crit on support gives you a triple quality green. Let's see here. I have the. I think I actually might have the. Yeah, here. No, no, I know. Okay, so hey, Captain Ronnie. Yeah, nice to see you for Star Trek Day. Uh, when you complete the prerequisites required to unlock support, one of them is called Renown, which gives you a blue quality version of the duty officer that you get from support when you crit. In the case of Rolor, that is green. This guy is called Gren the Reckoner, who is a shield distribution officer, so purple quality, and this is the standard purple quality, blue version of a shield distribution officer, so he's not actually all that good. But, somewhat useful. So look at the department heads on this particular sector blockhead and see if it has a different. Let's see. Ah! I really freaking hate it when it does that. I did not tell the ships to change this toggle. I'm not 100% sure which side of the second quarter I was, and having a ship automatically accelerate like that makes it impossible. All right, so I'm currently on the Cardassian side. Okay, this is the same asylum on Benzar that we saw when we were on the Bejor side of this block here. Um, this is one of those things where if you remember how the sector blocks were arranged in the old pre unified sector space version of sector space, I remember right, Cardassia, Bejor, and Trill were a single sector block. So looking at the edge doffing thing, you need to look at the edges of this area here. This doesn't count because this was an internal divider. Also, the internal edge of the Beta Z sector, Draylon and Deneb, those didn't exist. And yeah, so those don't give you anything at all. Now, what does give you something? This was its own thing because like the Alpha Quadrant had 3 map sheets in the interface for sector space. This here, this here, and this here, which, as you're noticing, I'm circling a part of the map that's not there anymore because, yeah, there used to be 2 blocks over here that got cut off when they did that. Because, well, it was either cut them off, have a non-square map, or make up 5 more blocks. So they got rid of it. Anyways, so now, let's see, double check. Hit it again. Really don't understand why it's doing it. And manually shut the throttle off. All right, now I'm on the Arawat side. Okay, this is a different set of assignments. We do not see the asylum on Benzar. I don't see. Personal. I still have those 2 human things, which is, I guess, not sectors. Send it. Okay, so what do we? Oh, now it gets. Ah. Okay, so yeah, none of this is. Now these actually have a high amount of XP, so grinding them for the dev XP is not. I don't have the. These are all low quality. Okay, these are things you would only want to do for the colonial XP. They don't have enough colonial XP to be worth it in general. Like you would have to be desperate to get colonial. I think that it's automatically accelerating like this because it's guiding me to Zenith, even though I manually told it to stop. It should have disconnected the auto. See if it actually stops. Yeah, it actually stopped at Zenith. Okay, it should have disconnected the auto throttle when I was whatever. So, what do we have at Zenith? Hello, Zenith's renown is up. All right. This will give me a blue quality port. I don't remember what branch the port is that you get from this. Just that it's a port of one that I never actually used or just wanted to use. Anyway, time to go to Betreka. For Betreka, you can get Gem Hadar. I'm going to do this. But not until I cross the sector. Yeah, I'm going to cross into Algira sector. Just a little. Yeah, I'm going to be just inside to. All right, that gave me a different. Interestingly, this one had a haggle for Gemini. That's different. Let's see. Recruit additional labor. The problem with these assignments is that while they do actually give you a nice amount of recruitment XP, it eats colonists. Now you can just throw colonists at this, or even prisoners. I have 11 prisoners that I have no use for. You know what? Oh, also it has an irritating habit of auto-slotting things, despite the fact that this is an assignment that eats things. Pull on the prisoners. Away with you. Yeah, I'm choosing the Orions because Orions are actually terrible for the prisoner exchange things. It's like there's an assignment that you can do where you do a prisoner exchange and exchange prisoners with the KDF. Well, the prisoner exchange, certain traits such as unscrupulous are failed traits, so they're not going to give you a high quality duty officer. And the prisoner exchange thing is actually giving you just like random Federation duty officers that you could get from ordinary recruiting at Starfleet Academy. But the quality of duty officers is determined by the degree of success on the assignment. So if you get a critical success, that means you get a purple quality duty officer for your prisoner, and thus Klingons are the preferred prisoners for that. Always Klingons, because it's a single assignment. Ah, Broaden Officer Exchange. This wants illogical or unscrupulous. You know what? Let's put this guy in. Yeah, Research Lab is a. You know what? Actually, no. I'll go with this Assault Squad. Because, well, they're white. But Research Lab, I find myself using a lot of those, so I'm not going to just get rid of all of them. Because, like, Research Lab people are what you need to do. You need to do one Research Lab off for each of these. I'm waiting to do these so that they'll be synced with my reputation stuff when I do that later. Anyway, this and the ship re. Anyway, I'm going to go to the map and reach it like that just to make sure it actually stops when I get the trifecta because yeah. Used to be able to do docking stuff while traveling through sector space like this, but that's one of the casualties of the system where you need to stop the sector edges like that. Is that since you just stop on the sector edges, you just cannot do it while you're traveling. Yeah, yeah. It is stopping. Yes. Good. Oh, hello. Betrayed now. Yes, actually, I will do. And now I have no reason to be in the. I'm going to see if I can get any silent things. Getting a Vulcan or something asylum would actually be useful. Okay, so what are the sector edges where you need to stop for this area? Well, first I'm going to go to Arcanas. Yeah, see, Arcanas is right here. I'm not going to auto travel, so I don't have to worry about it. Throttle fog. And this is short, so the USS. Anyway, so when I get to this boundary here, then I'm going to stop. Oh well. I need to look at both sides of this boundary because the different sides of the boundary are different sector blocks, and that each of them should give you what is appropriate for the sector block you are currently in. Oh yeah, also I'm going to check tactical. Tactical is where you get the prisoner exchange. I think there'll be like a diplomatic thing, but no, it's categorized as tactical. Okay, so now Okay, so now I'm in Celis sector. Oh, I only have one assignment slot. Uh, Now this here thing, it's like, see, it says evaluate planet or political conditions when they come to Element. This is something that tells you that you're in the actual sector block because this isn't a generic sector space. This is something specific to a certain sector. Like grid shield generators. Could do that. Oh yeah. Um, all right. That the two renown assignments are going to be all right. So department fed operations. Let's see what come on. Go the assignment list. Nothing. Oh, I could turn Nepeta leaves into food. This is actually a useful food item, but I'm not. I only have. All right. So now I am going to go to. Hmm. All right. We actually have something worth doing. Nope. Yeah, this is going to take flying around this. Now I'm going to fly to all of these in the beta quadrant. I'm going to attempt beta quadrant, but that's still I think 8 or 9 solar or clusters to go to. I mean, this. Oh, here we are. There's a support for Delanus. Hey, 5.5 minutes. You know what? Because I'm full and I still have 5 minutes, and yeah, I can't do those right now. You know what? It's great. Sunrise. Hmm, okay. So, the temporal agent thing does not actually care if I. Okay, yesterday's rule and future rule. You need to do those. Okay, so these future. Oh, sunrise is the first thing in future, so I do need to do that. Okay, cool. Let's see. Oh my, it's going. I have to say the perspective on this is weird, and it because if you look closely, each the glowing blue star making all these weird prominences and nebula effects is actually outside the map bounds, and it's more like a skyfile object than an actual map. Makes it feel a
Getting
bit.
swamped with solar radiation. Try reducing the gain on your sensors.
Mm,
Initial results don't make any sense. The star's core reactions are failing, but it still has so much mass that this kind of matter is...
yeah. Short version. There's no reason this star should be collapsing unless someone's messing. Maybe with a toxic tot. I forgot that this was a.
Results are coming in now. This still isn't making any sense. It's as if the star's life cycle was suddenly accelerated somehow.
Yes, yes.
If this is system-wide, we should find evidence of...
I do like how this particular map transition effect is you flying at impulse speed and not accelerating. That's a nice.
This is very strange. Usually nebulae are massive all the particulate...
Okay, watch very, very carefully. When I push M, it's going to flash the actual map on the screen for like a fraction of a second. Which you can see that it's, less interesting than it should be. Because if you look around, these would actually be objects that you would normally see. Yeah, see, I actually showed you that this is actually a rather small box. Which it does have these rocks on it, but that gas giant is outside the box. Yeah, see, because what you're supposed to do is just like scan the objects and then leave. And not think about the fact that you don't get to get close up and look at the gas giant. Oh, right. Yeah, that immune that popped up was a warp. Oh, so
Data is coming in now.
okay.
Nothing unusual coming in from the
Or-
nebula. But those Tholian ships were quite far from home.
Quest more.
Unfortunately, they can't give
Here
us
we are.
answers.
Warp theorist.
Looks like there's some heavy ionization on
Yeah,
the far side of the nebula, though. As if it's receiving
Now, one thing
some
that's
kind of
useful about this
reflected
is that this
radiation
isn't
from one of
those
the
that
gas
has a
giants.
percentage chance to happen, but slowing people attack animation. But warp theorists are useful for projects. Ah, yes, that was a fun mechanic that they did in some of the TOS stuff. Shooting asteroids because asteroids are dangerous. See, here's the thing: those will actually collide with you and damage you. No, that is also a skybox planet. Here, we actually get to look at the map because it doesn't have the whiteout effect applied to it. Yeah, it's saying get closer to the gas giant while the gas giant in the sky falls. Well,
Greetings, unknown Welcome to Lucari. Visitors here are rare, but we're always gratified by the... These problems started only recently. We have a solar probe ready.
mm, stupid shit. Okay, second point needs to go left. First point needs to go right. Oh, right, you should look at these.
We're getting your telemetry now. The probe's made it out of orbit.
Yeah. This is the one where we meet the Lucari. Ah, you have fun facts.
Engaging secondary boosters to head out of planetary range.
I have to say, having stellar objects like this in the sky file actually does work reasonably
It's
well.
gone to warp. The probe is arriving at the solar corona. Deploying chromodynamic booster. No effect. It didn't work. Repeat. Well, it didn't work. That was our
Hey,
one
Jaden
shot.
Prime, how you doing?
Thank you for trying to help. I'm not sure what to try next. Maybe we can evacuate a few...
My name is Caldano. Looks like I've arrived at the perfect time.
With apologies for the interruption, this is my... All right.
You won't be able to get a lock on my ship interior.
Yep. Caldano is a time traveler who is here because the reason why this star is dying is due to temporal warfare bullshit. And that's the reason why the Cardassian scientists that we were talking to earlier can't figure out why the star is dying is because someone used technology from the future to make it die. And now we're sitting at a loading screen. I don't know why it's been doing loading screens that take so long. So it's like it's been relatively smoothly moving unless I'm at a loading screen. Now, if you watch Star Trek Enterprise, Caldano was a
Welcome
character
aboard.
from Enterprise.
I'm Caldano.
You moved me here without crossing the intervening space.
This is weird that they would
You
not
have
understand. the
quantum
concept of
teleportation technology.
Yes.
The
We
Lucari
call it
and
a
the Lucari
transporter.
have
It has a limited
generally
range,
good
but it's
grasp
useful for going from surface to
space
ship.
flight tech, but not that.
Impossible! This ship's interior is massive, even though it's no bigger than a shuttle.
My ship uses
I'm using
compactified
to me the
subspace
two of my
folds.
bridge
It's
officers,
bigger
and
on the
they're
inside.
watching her and oh, there I am. All right, so the Marquis is right, though, is that the implied scale of this interior is pretty huge. what you can actually mess with in the interior is rather small. Now, this is something interesting. It does actually have what appears to be writing on the screen. Hmm. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh no, this is the one for first person. Crouch and try to. Oh, this is what it. Yeah. Really not sure what those symbols are supposed to be, but that does actually appear to be writing. Writing of a kind that is completely familiar, but whatever. Anyways, enough staring at this. Oh, you know what? I haven't stared at this yet. That's visible force field preventing me from getting into the air, which is good because that's actually the toxin you want in the center there, and you don't really want to mess with it while it's energized.
This is all. Oh. It's an old. It sounds like you. What can I do to help? My home is at risk. I want to do something. To be involved in solving this problem.
Yeah, that doesn't really make any difference. I'm genuinely not sure why he's wearing it, but he is.
Welcome to my ship. Correct. I'm associated with the temporal division of... No, I'm trying to prevent changes. Someone's tampered with this star. I'll regulate the device's main power state from this console.
The button doesn't want me to push. So, the wavelength is too light. Now I'm going to need to move over to the red wavelength. That one. Yeah, the whole thing with the science officer thing is one of those things where that's actually a retcon. See, in the TV show, what they point out about Caldano is that while he is part human, he has DNA sequences in him that the crew of the ship in Star Trek Enterprise are unable to identify.
Sounds like whoever tried to destabilize the Lucari stars decided...
What are those things?
Now, you would expect
Foliage! Keep them away! I need to finish these computations!
that fire would be an adequate way of controlling, but it is.
I have the device shielded in a force field, but I can't deploy it until these foliage are out of the way. Shields are back up! They shouldn't be able to get any more boarding parties over here.
Well, now that's one thing that's interesting is that it makes a point to specify that the transporters on my ship were, would were unable to get a signal lock to be able to beam into this ship. But
We've got
the
a breather.
Tholians.
Now I just have to charge the device. The device is charging.
Give us the talks, mutant.
Wonderful. Now the Tholians want my quantum phase inhibitor.
Target's shield has failed.
Hate that you have to turn that thing off every single map. Ah,
You will surrender the talks, mutant, or you will be destroyed.
Obviously, you can't let them happen. You just need a little more time and you can rejuvenate the star.
Target's shield has failed.
they screwed up. They actually completely missed me with the Oh, and Caldano's shooting the weapon. Okay. Sure. Oh, Bartholia.
Target's shield has failed.
Oh, look.
Target's shield has failed. Target's shield has failed.
Capacitors full. Firing in 3 seconds. Activating the rejuvenator.
Yeah, this.
It's working. Look at the star. Check the spectral readings.
Some of those ships have just arrived at our homes. Please, you have to stop them. We don't have any warships or space weapons.
Yeah, it's.
Ship is under attack.
I think
Target's
we should
shield
expect
has
to
failed.
Yeah, Tholian thermionic torpedoes have that slow.
Target's shield has failed. Shield failing. Target's shield has failed.
Yeah, line of sight. Tholian web walls can block.
The Tholians have managed to get my ship in a web. I need your help.
Yeah, that's, you know, not critical. I don't think it's actually possible to do anything to prevent this because, you know,
Ship is under attack. Target's shield has failed.
They've stolen my quantum phase inhibitor.
Target's shield has failed.
but the real fun is when you find out why they're doing this. And that gets weird. I mean, not sure I would actually.
Thanks for the save. I have some thoughts.
Caldano is correct. I wish I could.
I think our friend...
I have collected an amazing amount of information about what happened to this star. Thank you for bringing me along. Once we're back in Allied space, I'll take a shuttle home.
Yeah, we don't have to take the Cardassian person back to Cardassia. Oh, and hey, we get to warp out through the Sure. It's just a gas giant. It's probably not so Probably. Now, this is an interesting one because, yes, actually, this is a space gear set. Is it a good space gear set? It is a special phaser that has a very, very small chance to steal some of your enemy shielding, which is kind of like the Tetrian effect, except that this restores your shields every time it happens. So it's not the same. Is it good? Yeah, it's just a phaser. Now, the quantum phase torpedo basically does the same thing. However, it's a splash damage effect, not a percentage chance, which that's not. Console. I mean, bonus phaser damage and not a whole lot, honestly. It's like it gives you like stuff related to Ox power, but not actually. Yeah, I'll get the. See, I'm using a torpedo, but this one's a set item, and I don't really want to use it. This is the dimensional hypermass device, which this is something I might actually use. I don't have a particularly good reason. All right.
The Tox Utot has fallen into the hands of the Tholians.
Stormbound. This is where we
Our
get
intelligence
the
indicates
space
increased Tholian activity in the Nakul system. Caldano
Shield.
believes they are trying.
Okay. Oh. There's actually quite a lot of random chunk picked up. New weapons. I am actually using an emitter length phaser, for which I could swap out. These are nice because even when it's a white quality Mark Infinity, it actually gives you a passive bonus to your shield. Capacity. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, it's free upgrade, but free upgrade also has 0% chance of quality. Eh. Hey Joshua, how you doing? Oh, you're up to Endeavor rank 750. That's impressive. I'm a bit too lazy on Endeavors. I'm only up to 448 because half the time I just don't bother. Like today, complete Lucari TFOs. I don't feel like it. Anyways, it's time for me to do my dailies. So let's swap characters. Yeah, with 448, I've actually maxed several things, and at least halfway in everything that's actually useful. Uh, Actually, you know what? I'm going to double check something. Actually, no. I'm going to go into Sadaka because then I'm going to do the double check because I think that I've cashed in everyone, but I'm not 100% sure. And quite frankly, I want to get the ship daily thing done before taking the time to cycle everyone. Okay. Anyway, I'm gonna look more at this because you know what? One of those. That's Eratus. This is
Terrans
good.
will be here soon to
Again, it's
steal
got
scientific. Engage their ship. We've been working finally.
like comments. Anyway. Oh yeah. Salvageable random jump. It's kind of a. These aren't actually very good. They're technically special, but
Here they come. All ships, battle stations.
A welcoming committee. You should. We're just here for your safety. Hand it over and no one will get hurt.
That. All ships, engage the Terran fleet.
This isn't over, Admiral. Believe that.
Enterprise, Defiant, take some ships and take her down. The rest of you, stay alert.
Yeah, I know.
This isn't over yet.
I totally intentionally did a rainbow. I had two characters that don't have a designated type. One of them is this guy. The other one is actually my first. All of my other characters have a specific
Picking up
designated.
more ships through the rims. Close them if you can. Activate the hollow projectors. Let's hope they get the job done.
Your
Hollow projectors as best we can. Even if they're on the ships in Jupiter Station.
That's it. Ones that already exploded. Oh, this one's
Rifts aren't going to close themselves. We've got hostiles on the station. They're breaching our systems.
I keep forgetting that I don't have the trade slotted.
Target shield has
It's
failed.
Rifts aren't going to close themselves.
So the other player who was here. And quick thing.
We've got hostiles on the station. They're breaching our systems.
Warning. Ship is under attack. Target shields have failed.
Those rifts aren't going to close themselves.
Target shields have failed.
We've got hostiles on the station. They're breaching our systems.
What? Okay, this time I can see that there's definitely no one there.
Warning. Ship is under attack. Target shields have failed.
You need to get those rifts under control.
Oh wow, someone decided to go ham with the TPR. Okay, that's fun.
Need to clear on the ship to Jupiter Station. Terrans now control projector beta.
Oh, that's
Target shields have failed.
Need to get those rifts under control. We've taken control of projector beta.
one thing with this one is that the mission won't end
We
and that
knocked
other
down
player.
the projectors. Now they're ours for good.
Oh, and she always.
You still here, Grandma? Ugh, I thought our Janeway was
Target
annoying.
shields have failed.
Speaking of annoying, did you like this back door I put in your station?
Enterprise is back near projector beta.
Warning. Ship is under attack. Target shields
Yes.
have
Shield
failed.
vessels are negating your attacks on the Enterprise.
Not have anything better.
Take them out first.
Core shields failing. Target shields have failed.
Genuinely not sure I was in firing range of all of the shield
The
ships, but I
Enterprise is
figure I
going
was
for projector out.
Warning. Ship is under attack.
The shield vessels are negating your attacks on the Enterprise. Take them out first.
Target shields have failed.
which he says while I'm not firing.
You Don't even try to catch me.
You know, the fact that she says not to try means
The Enterprise is near Projector Gamma.
You kids have fun now.
that means we hurt her bad. She bugged out early.
Enterprise is back near Projector Beta.
Warning. Ship is under attack.
Yeah, y'all got in the right spot. Eat it.
The shield vessels are negating your attacks on the Enterprise. Take them out first.
I think I did actually kill all of the shield vessels that hadn't already been violated.
Don't even try to catch me.
Well
your whole
done.
hit points
We
reached
sent the
0
Terrans home with
per
a
day.
message. If you intend to test us, be prepared for the consequences. Hopefully their
Yes,
emperor
yes,
will
Janeway.
listen to that message.
They,
But I
they
wouldn't
need to
hold
be
my
prepared
breath.
for the consequences of me using Thaleron radiation to shoot them all. All right, so how much did I actually get? Okay, so 4741761. You know what? It doesn't really make much difference which Mark's bundle I get because I don't actually need it. Okay. Oh yeah, that's right. All the other players left, so all the need rolls are going to go to me when they actually. And there was only one of them that anite circuit. So okay. So 41761 current amount of XP needed. It's not actually going to do the animation, it's just going to. So, okay, I got a total of 461 for mastery on that. Ah, that's this is going to take weeks at the rate I'm going. Yeah, I got 461. Hmm. Oh wow, that's actually going to be several dozen. So it would be months at the rate this is going. I'm going to need to go. That is taking. Or TFO at a higher difficulty. That's actually the reason for this is that the event TFO is effectively normal difficulty level, so it's not really giving me a whole lot of XP. That's why I'm getting so little in the way of experience. Okay, so do I have a Romulan bridge officer? Yes, Department head operations. Tactical officer. And I'm sending a not cool, who's a UV quality. It has 2 crit traits. Sounds good. I mean, green quality, 0% chance. Purple quality, 47% chance. So, high odds of getting an SRO out of this. All right, so does he have any of the things? Okay, he has flying high, but I can't turn that in outside the event, so it's useless. All right, well, let's go cycle through everyone and double check, make sure. Yeah, they put in quite a few TOS themed ships in the game, so there's definitely options for temporal recruits. Uh, my previous temporal recruit actually flew the Daedalus class. Okay, in progress, flying high. Okay, we're not. So you know what? I'm going to check just to see if we have the. Oh, that this is quite easy. Filtran. I mean, realistically, I'm 90% sure that I already got everyone, but need to be 100% sure. Treat major injuries? Huh? This is weird. If I get a crit, I get 250 lithium, which is actually not weird. So I don't understand. It's a strange set. Progress. Yeah, I have a whole bunch of things just sitting on this that I probably should. In progress. Oh, we got some like good. Really do whatever. A lot of those personal ones, despite not showing any rewards, if you crit them, they will give you like a temporary passive buff to your ship stats of some sort. What that buff is depends on what the specific duty observations. In progress, flying high. Personal. I can tell my duty officers to make this. Yay. honest, I think I actually turned in all of them, but I need to be sure. Wait, this is the treat major injuries. Illness. Yeah, it should list a special item that gives you a buff. Like, see here, it says special item. Yeah, see, this will give you a buff to your ship weapon accuracy skill, which I usually don't, but it's something. This just doesn't do anything. Yeah, starship damage control skill. Anyway, you know what? I bet I know what those were. I think the treat injury things would give you a buff to your crew stat because the duty officer system predates Cryptic removing the crew stat from the game. So they didn't delete those duty officer missions, they just modified them to be useless. Well, whatever. In progress. Um, oh, I could get a human engineer. Everything. Oh, click. It's like it won't let you collect contraband if you have the assignment in progress, even if it's in progress in an already completed state. It used to do that, but they changed it to make it so that it doesn't do that.
Oh, your luck
In
has to
progress.
change sometime.
Completed. Ooh, no. Yeah. Y'all, always interesting the stuff that people choose. What the difference when Romulan Republic is that there's a surprisingly large number of people who, when dressing their characters for Romulan Republic side, actually seem to go for the most normal person thing imaginable. Okay, in progress. Oh, I have reinforcements. Yeah, you can't ever. You've never been able to turn this one in. No matter how much I want to turn it in. Yeah, it's that. Thing is, um, yeah, why it's never been able to be turned in, I don't really. All I know is that the duty officer that you get for this, the original idea was for it to be something unique that you could only have one of as a balancing thing. Then they when they added the Romulans to the game, they created a Romulan version of it that breaks the you can only have one. And I think that's the reason is that they realized after they'd already created it and created the mission to get it and put the mission in the game so that players could get the mission to acquire this duty officer. They decided after they'd already done all of that to make it so players could not actually get the duty officer, but they wouldn't actually remove the mission from the game or remove the duty officer from the game. They just make it so you can't complete the mission. So you have probably guessed that this annoys me greatly because I'm literally sitting here staring at the mission. Anyway, it's actually pretty cool to be honest. Rather unique twist on the whole like liberated Borg thing because it's a liberated Borg villain. You don't actually see very many liberated Borg. No, mail. Yeah, that was me selling. Oh, those are duty officers. Hmm, that's actually technically special. Duty officer, but okay, nothing here. Now I can find this. And yes, this character ran out of cards. You're not currently actively doing stuff to collect tulip berries. Simply turning them all into wine will. Matter if that was a character that I had donate them to the other character. Genuinely not 100% sure. I just know she's. Oh yeah. Okay, this one. I just reminded myself. Roster. Okay, I have slots in the roster. This is a Suliban cell ship, a Suliban recruiting assignment. These assignments can only be done if you have a Suliban cell ship and are currently using the Suliban cell ship. So, what was that? Duty officer, a biochemist. Ah, this is the one that gives you a chance for nanite health monitor to have quick charges, which of the three biochemist abilities I can think of having attempted to use at one point in time, I can firmly state that this is the least useful. Why? It's a percentage chance. And all it does is like add one or two charges. Just like can't rely on it. Now for the like green or white quality versions of that ability, that's fine, I guess. Or at least like like maybe like have the blue version be 50% and the purple version be 100%. Anyway, though, since I reminded myself of the Elachi thing, I'm gonna go to the bridge to find more of the Suliban. It's one of the more screen accurate bridges we have. Because the Suliban interior in the TV show was not actually all that large. Anyway, oh, also, I have two bridge crew that are actually Suliban NPCs. Yeah, the devs actually went and made things that are, proper Suliban character models. The Suliban options are not even usable as an alien. There is nothing I can think of in the game other than a tiny handful of NPCs like this that actually uses the Suliban character article. Now, there is a mission in the Romulan Republic story where you have to help a bunch of friendly Suliban. That's the only thing I can think of outside this that actually uses the character. Anyways, though, yeah, you have to do all of them before you actually start any of them, or it only lets you start. I mean, it's a feature, not a bug, but okay, the being able to start. Okay. Okay, what I'm currently doing is a science, medical. See, each of these has a different set of requirements. That's why it's pulling in different duty officers. Oh, hey, a random Vorta. One of the older duty officer packs in the game, the only thing in the duty officer pack was random duty officers that have different races than standard duty officers, but are otherwise exactly the same. And Vorta, having telekinesis, is actually very useful for certain duty officer assignments that require telekinetic answers. That's not very many of them, but still, Vorta are. So, how do I get the other ones? Go to the personal. It left them in personal. Yes, you see how they have like completely different branch symbols on them? Yeah, they have a wide variety. And also, it says it won't be done for 120 hours. Yeah. Yeah, it's serious. This really does take 5 minutes. And as you may have been noticing, I've been slotting several Zulabot. Why? Because I've been doing this several times, and thus I have several Zulabot that I've already gotten from doing this. Alright, well, that's done with this. Moving on. Oh, a holographic Burma trader. Why on earth would someone summon that here? Unless they like click the button. Anyways, in progress. We have okay. Um ooh, develop cocktails. Here's me. I want you to show me the amount of blueberries I have. Oh wait, this is the collective rewards. Here. Oh, I have 104. You know what? I'll mix it. All right. Well, this is done. Hey, Orangitis, how you doing? Okay, that was Slarg. Next up is the back end. We already did stuff. So that would be the next side. Yeah, I'm cycling through characters to make sure I'm done with the secret event because I went to a considerable amount of time and effort to make the summer event last as long as possible. I mean, some would consider what I did a bug, but work. So, it's, and yeah, I actually have a abortive biologist. But I think you have all of them resolved. Moving on. Okay, now we get to friend level. This was my first TOS recruit back when the event ran. This is the one where I used to fly around on the Olympic class, I think. I don't. Yeah. Okay. Let's see here. Through. Yeah. Human bridge officers, I don't need more of. I mean, the recruitment XP is actually kind of nice because that assignment actually does crit relatively easily. So getting the crit version of the recruitment XP is cool. Yeah, I know. I decided to go with the pointing upwards wings on this because it just looks neat. Like, it's just like it's cool looking, regardless of any other considerations. Anyways, in progress. Oh, I have a simulation complete. Yeah, that's the reason why I'm at the fleet starbase. Is I was trying to use my fleet's transwarp gate to transwarp to Battle Group Omega because you used to actually be able to transwarp to Battle Group Omega with your fleet transwarp gate, but that doesn't seem to work. So I can't complete a simulation. I mean, it's not so much that I actually want the bridge officer because, quite frankly, I really, really wanted the bridge officer that's doable. Because, like, wait, was there anything for EV6? Um, if you really want the bridge officer, when they were removing Battle Group Omega, they actually did go to the time and effort of creating a new way to get the bridge officer. You can just file some requisition thing or store project to get the bridge officer. I'm not sure if you need the assimilation mechanism for it. You might. Oh, this is how you get the consumables you used to make at Neferin. Okay. They're actually useful. They've always been useful. It's just that making them cost the lithium drastically reduces my interest in having. Back when they were craftable, it was cool. These are hilarious because of the fact that these are still available from a story mission. You don't need to buy them for 4,000 each. I do have to say that the neurosuppressant and Borg shield neutralizer are actually useful some of the time. The primary fire on these is actually good enough to be not complete waste. This one, though, the force plasma bolt is just like I'm hitting you face. Okay, so last time. This is just duty officers. Where's the bridge officer? I find it hilarious that this is showing me both the Federation and KDF ones, just with the Federation one saying you're not allowed to buy this. It's like, why don't you just show me the ones I'm allowed to buy? It was easy. Anyways, I don't see it. I was thinking there was something in these rep projects that would let you acquire the duty officer that you would used to get from the assimilation complete thing. Maybe that's bugged for Jim Hadar because I'm logged in as a Jim Hadar, and the Jim Hadar didn't exist yet when that revamp occurred, and so whatever they were planning may just not work for Jim Hadar. Yeah. Anyways, completed. Ooh, a military offensive. Those are prisoners. I have plenty of space in my brig because I got rid of my prisoners. Okay, yeah, I did the flight deck officer recruiting thing. Got something that's quality. Now, the flight deck officer thing will actually never give you white quality officers. It can give you a the equivalent of a disaster outcome, but the disaster outcome means you get a nothing. You don't get a duty officer at all. Anyway, going. Okay. And if you've been paying attention, you realize that I'm almost done. I only have 2 characters left. Okay. Okay. This character. One more. What's that name? Anyways, in progress. Nope. In case you're wondering, this is actually the variant of the Elcars for Star Trek Voyager. Why am I using this on a KDF side player? Because it's a Cardassian, and I think that the color scheme just like fits with the color scheme that Cardassian faces use better than the standard one does. Like Cardassians just don't have like red on red with gray siding like that. That's just wrong. A whole bunch of grays and beiges though, with some blue Austin. Oh yeah, that one. Anyways, in progress. Oh yes, did have her go steal. Ooh, became assimilated work. Yeah, that's another one you get from your medical officer. If you crit, it will actually give you a Borg duty officer, but there's a very small pool of them, so it's only got a handful of options. Oh well, my mic is a bit fickle, so if I'm not facing the microphone, that probably has something to do with it. Anyways. Yeah, I need to be careful about positioning the microphone. Oh, hello. A Lethean science officer. Yes, please. Yeah, so if I like turn my head to the side, it'll have the audio go a little bit weird. Okay, so yeah, that's everyone. I am now done with the summer event. I did like 20 bonus days, more than you should be able to do. But Ian, that was oh well. You know what? I'm going to man, I love Oops, I'm not talking to it, Mama. Who was investigating the destruction of the IRW at No. This is actually a real question. It's like, is it Sela or Taurus? And trying to remember which of them was like in a proper situation to do either of those things is a bit difficult. There's a sort of kind of like cheating way to do this though, which is amusing. Okay, so let's see. I think it's under story accolades. No, it's under lore. All right. So this is volume 21, chapter 4 of Path 9. I don't have that one in my thing. Darn it. I could look this up on the wiki, but I don't really. Anyway, so I have a 50-50 Seal over Taurus. If I could remember what the Athendor was, that would help a lot. I went with Seal. Oh, Seal was right. Okay. It's like I had this itch in my head telling me that the Ethendor, I believe, is a ship that had one of the people on board it that was one of the Romulan leaders. The reason it was being investigated is to clear up the chain of succession thing so that they can be certain that the person currently taking the throne
Congratulations, General.
isn't the person who assassinated the previous leader. Anyways. So. Oh, wait, that's right. Need to talk to the other guy. All right. All right, it's back to stuff. And we have. And in 10 minutes, something else. Oh yeah, assault squad officer. Honestly, the grenade recharge assault squad officers aren't terrible, but to get the proper benefit out of them, you need to have more than one grenade. And a lot of tactical builds just don't use grenades. Hey, you get to send him something. All right, now it's time to do the daily analysis. Yeah, this is what Trisander likes to call paperwork. This just simulates the feeling of being an admiral sitting at a desk reading about what your subordinates did today and not actually doing anything yourself. All right, now you. So I did 2 shields. Oh, the remastered tier 2 skins. I keep forgetting which of the ships has them. And a lot of those are like remastered skins for ships that I didn't really like in the first place. Not because I thought the skin that it previously had was a bad skin, more because I just didn't feel like flying that particular ship. Okay, so let's see. What's the Echo Somebody? Oh yeah, right. have one assignment slot available. You know what? I am going to the Sphere Space. Why? Because one of my endeavors for today is to mercilessly thrash boss. So let me get up. Yeah, this it gives you a tiny amount of moth marks, but like I said, so I could click the Space Battlezone contact. Agile Classics. Let me double check. I don't remember. Ship bundle. Oh, here it is. No, didn't get that one. Da Vinci and Equinox. Yeah, I guess I just didn't have enough Zen to buy it whenever it came out, and just didn't feel like going and buying Zen. Anyways, Crown Battle. Well, I mean, honestly, if you have to shoot several dozen bots, you might as well get Marks. It's showing the green Q thing, even though I don't actually have to pick up. Weird. Whatever. Oh, someone. Yeah, that's Bazratat. Someone dropped one of the mini bosses while I was streaming. And that was my bridge officer. Literally a scorched earth. What the transporter reset after I whatever. Mark. That was all the really? Okay.
Enemy target
Yeah, see, the plan here with the crystal cluster is you place another crystal in the cluster as soon as you Yeah, my bridge handle that. Exact same. Yep, that's it. Oh wow. Oh. So yeah, basically what this is that you have a time limit of 3 minutes to finish the wall after you finish the. And I'm going to place the crystal which is going to expire. Why? Because those can spawn camp some of the generators. It'd be so much quicker if I didn't have to wait for this to animate.
Enemy targets on sensor. Psychic damage detected.
Or have it going. How to go back over here and place a crystal so that
Enemy targets on sensor.
second late. Whatever, there's another player here, so I don't think we'll worry that much. Okay, that's done. Big book. I think the other player did this.
Enemy targets on sensor.
Alright, now I have my Christmas exit this time. Oh, he's exit.
Enemy targets on sensor.
Oh, that's the same black scorch mark that the Call to Light. Nice. Okay. Oh crap. T-Rex spawn. It's gonna be- Ha! Soul drained it.
All 3 silos are under Allied control. Excellent work.
So, as you probably guessed, my endeavor
Avant
for
Fortress has
coming here to
engaged
kill Boss
transporters.
got
Troops inbound.
time ago. There is one thing left to do before and that is I need to spend the command credits that I get, as one of the things is to spend them. Like this. I just barely had enough to get the daily. Why am I running this? Looks like someone applied motion. Oh yeah, that's right. One of the motion accelerator hit modules is actually a AoE. So when you use the kit module, any other players that are standing next to you will also receive the benefit. Oh, secure Voth points. I only got one. Ah, that's a bit of. I don't care anymore. I'm going to call it done. I got 200,000. Okay. Primary mission was to did that. Got a hefty amount of stuff for completing 3 out of the 4 dailies. So hey, you know what? Would Heart of Targ is one of those that has a special use in triple breeding. Not that the triple you get from it is something. All that meta relevance. Oh yeah. Me. Like, unprofitable, but I did get some. Better than nothing. Well, that gives me 4 assignment slots. You know what? Okay, so I am going to go to. All right, let's see what we got. Ah, here we have this. Will I get something good? Hmm. I don't actually remember. None of them numbered us. Well, huh. Yep, I don't see any of the sector assignment chain things. So, to I know. This is a relatively short distance. To use that. I know it's going to recharge before I come back. So okay, let's see here. We're a support. That's one of the things with this that's mildly annoying is that the farther you move along in the sector exploration chains, the harder it is to actually find the assignments. And I think, I'm not 100% sure, I think the spawn rate of support and some of the later assignments is like 20%. Not 100% sure about those, but somewhere in that. Of course, less. I'm not going to use QSS here because after Aslessa is one of the better times to use QSS. 'Cause that's I'm going to go from Aslessa to Petran, and that's like 4 weeks. All right. Does this one have numbered assignments available? Does it have support available? Yeah, that's not the same thing as support. Alrighty then. Now we go to Petran and activate the business. Now, the one hilarious thing is that this used to be one of the sector blocks. This was a completely different sector block. So that these were actually a significant distance apart because you had to zone hop to get from one to the other back before the unified boundaries. Just something I thought amusing. Yeah, that's right. That solar system was named Alphathor, which is the same as that ship that got disappeared. Yeah, it didn't automatically stop. Shocking. Seriously, load the list already. Okay, maybe that's just all it's given. Moving on to Deep space encounters moving around on the current version of the map just doesn't work the same way as they used to. On the one hand, the old way that deep space encounters worked was annoying. On the other hand, it was working on the current one, which seems like an odd way of working. I'll have to So, Betran gives you Berg. Thing is that Fed-led Betran actually gives you liberated Borg locations. ADF sided gives you liberated Borg. Hey, support for KZan. I actually still have 2 slots left because I only queued one thing. Alright, now to Eridan. Eridan actually gives you Romulans. I don't remember what Kazan does. I know one of them gives you Rebans. I don't remember if that one's Kazan or Affleck. Delta Volanus gives you Deferi. I don't remember. This. Yeah, some of them have some odd choices, but the logic of what race it gives you actually seems to be related to the act of doing the colonization stuff and who would be interested in helping you do the colonization efforts, not based solely on who actually lives there. See you later, Orangitis. And I don't actually my stuff. Also, this sector update, 1.5 hour timer. That actually applies to these clusters. I really wish we could tell it not to do that. It is, however, highly. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. This is the only way you can get Fairy. So, if I have any Fairy in my roster, that will tell me how far I've come along this colony journey. And I do not have any Teferi whatsoever. Ooh, Liver did work. Oh, right. This is an interesting. Huh? That's a database failure. Yeah. Whenever it's searching the database for cybernetically enhanced humans, it finds all of the regular non-cybernetically enhanced humans too. That is a bit of a bummer. I wonder, does it find so it picks up Boimler, but it does not pick up Rutherford when you search for Okay. Oh boy. All right. So, Delta Volanus did not have the chain assignments. I'm going to go look and see if I can find a refugee assignment. Before I and the border just barely north of Sol System happens to be a sector. So we stop on border here and look to see. Okay, this is one of those assignments that you can do to get country credit. Gives you at least one per success. Okay, that. Now we go to the other side. That's the second. Ooh, Acacian asylum. I don't have anyone that's actually good for this. Ugh. I'm going to throw a Nuba at it because I just want to get rid of this. Yeah, the pool for refugees that you can get from the cluster exploration missions is not actually all that large, which is why the names repeat so much. You know, this is actually pretty good development XP. It also takes several days. I'm going to skip it. For that reason. Instead, lithium mining. Why? Because the base is 250. Hmm. Oh, wait. Something got. Oh. Ah. You know what? This occurred to me that I did not actually check all of the sectors that are going north of the Tanibia sector to the block here. This should be a different area. Ooh, a Polar. Okay. Wow. The only one who's good is the blue quality Credas. Okay, I'm just going to check. Screw it. Getting a bully. Anyway, it's late. I'm getting tired. Ugh, I need to get off. Only two people on my list are currently streaming. I guess I'll raid Larry. Alrighty, well, see you guys later.